welcome to the Oral Health Podcast. So we're back. We are here today because it is International Self-Care Day. So the 24th of July, Self-Care Day every year. So they chose this day as like a symbolic representation of self-care because you can practice self-care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it's 24/7 on the calendar. Nice little, I love things like that, just little details. But of course, because we're the oral health podcast, we just want to have a chat about how oral health and self-care are very intertwined. So Karen's here with me as always. You've just been on a lovely little holiday. Karen, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's a very special day for me as well. It's my son's birthday on the 24th. So he's 24/7 as well. And he is 24/7. But that's beside the point.
Let's get straight into it then. Self-care, just really simple on how self-care and oral health are linked. How are they linked?
hmm Well, I mean, self-care is about making yourself feel happy, isn't it? And anything that you do that makes you feel happy has a knock-on effect to your confidence, how you feel about yourself, and that is really, knowing what makes you happy is self-care really as well. So, excuse me, having a healthy mouth obviously is going to make you feel good, like having a healthy body. Your mouth can do what it's supposed to be doing. It can chew without your teeth hurting. You can brush your teeth without your gums bleeding, that kind of thing. So that's that's why we encourage a good oral hygiene routine and a healthy diet, because if your mouth feels good, you feel good.
A really key point. If your mouth feels good, you feel good, because if you forget to brush your teeth, say in the morning before you leave the house, you by sort of mid morning you really are like, oh, I feel gross, I feel this, I feel that. And I mean, I'm speaking for everyone here. I'm mainly just, that's my personal experience.
Yeah, I think it's all linked, and it is sometimes difficult to persuade people that the mouth is part of the personal hygiene routine. And as we say, keep saying to people, we need to put the mouth back in the body. And you watch children, they get up, they have a wash, they wash their hands, wash their face, but they often forget to clean their teeth, and we need to put that back into part of our getting up routine or going to bed routine, so that your mouth does feel good all day, and it makes you feel like you want to smile at people, and then you can pass on your self-care to other people, because when you smile at somebody, it's really difficult for them not to smile back at you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all about healthy habits as well, I think,
Yeah,
self-care. And I know
yeah.
so obviously, Karen, you're the oral health expert. My background is more mental health stuff. When we talked about self-care in that sense, it was always, you've got to do small things every day, and those small things will add up to the bigger things. And it's like taking that attitude to oral health care as well, I think, is
hmm
quite good. So
hmm
if you know you're someone that doesn't prioritize oral health, fair enough, we've all been there. Um, just saying, okay, I'm going to set a reminder to do this, or I'm going to make sure I go to bed with a fresh mouth, or and like build it into your regular routine.
Yeah, I mean, certainly if you have any sort of issues where you find it difficult to get into a routine, why not, print off one of our stages of cleaning your teeth leaflets and have it in the bathroom. Draw it yourself, laminate it, put it in the bathroom. It will show you the sequence of cleaning your teeth, and it might just give you that extra reminder that you need to make sure you clean every surface, and things will become a habit. Excuse me. Yeah, so it's very good, like you say, just to do one thing at a time rather than trying to remember it all. Just start off gradually. And the problem is, if you do try to do too much, it has the reverse effect. It makes you feel inadequate, and I'll never get this and I won't be able to do it, which then it will affect your mental health, and it's you're not feeling like you're looking after yourself as well as you can.
Yeah, the biggest thing really, don't set yourself up to fail, is
Yeah,
kind of the big self care message. Like, if
yeah,
you are the type of person that doesn't go out the house a lot, stays inside and watches Netflix, myself very much falling into that category, you can't say to yourself, right, starting from tomorrow, I'm going to run 5K and I'm going to only eat fresh fruits and vegetables and I'm going to shower twice a day, every day. And start small, build up
yeah,
to that. It takes a long time
definitely.
to kind of build it in properly.
Yeah, do something manageable and like you say, it doesn't have to be anything massive. It's just something that maybe it's something somebody else has done that makes them smile and you think, actually, I could have a go at that. And like you say, if somebody's sort of doesn't know where to start, say brush your teeth. Brush your teeth twice a day. Just start off like that. And then you could perhaps introduce other things into your diet. So maybe swap out the things that have lots of sugar or are very acidic. Swap your drinks. A very, very simple one is, just drink milk or water in between meals and then have your juice or whatever you want to have with your meal. So that's just a little swap. But we're not saying don't have it at all, just have it in a more safe way. So you're actually giving your saliva a chance to neutralize the acids that are produced. So just think about having a glass of water. And obviously, the more hydrated you are, the better your body feels, which all has a knock-on effect. So we've got to almost look at ourselves from head to toe and um, just be kind to yourself, really. Instead of like looking in the mirror and finding faults, look in the mirror and find something that you like. I mean, maybe you have got a lovely smile, but if people don't see it, then they're not going to know, are they? And you can see the most grumpy looking person and you think, oh gosh, they look miserable. And then as soon as they smile, their face just completely changes and it releases the endorphins that make them feel better anyway. So um, smiling is really helpful in a lot of ways for self-care.
On the topic as well of foods and self care, I know comfort foods generally kind of fall into the unhealthy category for the majority of people anyway. I don't know anyone that thinks comfort food and then thinks celery or, you know, broccoli. In terms of eating and then taking care of your mouth, what generally is the biggest advice with that?
Yeah, I mean certainly, when we have a really nice meal. So and with people we love as well, friends and family, it's really nice to sit around and eat with people. And but like you say, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to get excited about broccoli. I'm going to bring in my family again. My daughter loves broccoli and she does get excited about broccoli. But yeah, okay. We'll park that one. But not everybody is like her. And sometimes it can be some persuasion. But I think when you're eating together, you are more likely to try something different. Perhaps eat things that you may not have enjoyed in the past. And, as we get older, our taste changes. And so if you haven't tried something for many years, you might find you like it more. Um, but yeah, just changing one thing. You don't have to sit there with a plate full of vegetables. Just to add a veg to your meal that you might not have had a veg before, or have a piece of fruit after your dinner. There's always little ways of doing it, and I know at the moment we are in supposedly summer and it's raining all the time. That really doesn't help our mood either. But we I suppose we should be used to it, but there's things that you can do, um, to make yourself feel more. I think it's like knowing your own worth as well, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. A smile is priceless, some would say. But yeah, it shows a lot about you.
It does, and I think that you're more likely to smile if your teeth look nice and clean and healthy, and that and it does affect people's mental health if they haven't got what they think is a nice smile. But that often stems from looking at people on social media whose teeth are not natural. They are um, often those their dreaded word turkey teeth. So they've had a lot of work into them, or they are filtered, or they've extra whitened the teeth that you can do when you've taken a picture. So that's not realistic. So some of the best smiles are not pearly white, great big, straight teeth. That may not be interesting to some people. So it's your personality, isn't it? And having something that I mean, if you don't like the position of your teeth, then find something you do like about your smile, because there is always something.
Dental people are not the best at this. Let's be honest, though. Like, you will see all of the imperfections in everyone's mouth, including your own. Like, I won't throw anyone particular under the bus, but at one of our events, I was talking to someone and they were talking about, oh yeah, well, normal people would be like, oh yeah, the person over there in the blue shirt with the blonde hair, and then we dentists would be like, oh yeah, that girl there, with the chip on her tooth at the front, or like the, oh, call me out, fair enough, but
Yeah,
it's,
yeah. I think we're guilty of that, but then hairdressers would look at hair, wouldn't they? So,
that's true.
I think we all have an interest, and obviously our interest is, we're talking about self-care, but our focus is on self-care helping you to keep your mouth healthy. And if you're not in pain and you can eat and chew and you have got teeth to smile with, then you're already at a start. So then it's just keeping them. It's keeping your teeth and your gums nice, and that is you can take pride in that. If you go to the dentist, the dentist said, "Oh, your teeth are great. You don't need any fillings. Your gums are healthy." That is something that you can go out and say, "Well, I've done that. I've looked after my mouth." And that's it. That is the crux of self-care, isn't it? It's looking after yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you've got children, building self-care habits right from childhood, I think, is
Hmm.
something that's very important. And
Hmm.
that goes as well for dental health as much as it does for any sort of
Yeah.
health. And so with the kids I work with on a Friday night, we did a self-care bingo. And actually, yeah, brushing teeth made it into the self-care bingo that everyone put together, and that's something that they can be like, oh, I've done that today, so I can check that off. And they've got to try and get bingo, and it gives them an opportunity to try different
Yeah.
things. And so
Yeah.
adding something like clean my tongue or brush my teeth, or just other little health things in there, or eat some
Yeah.
oral
Yeah.
health friendly foods,
I
have
mean,
some
it's
carrots or something.
yeah. I mean, it's about building their confidence as well, and by saying to them, if you want to smile like those people that have got all fake teeth, you know, clean yours and look after them and have a reasonable diet, and that's going to stand you instead for the rest of your life. And it's always nice, isn't it? I mean, maybe on that bingo they could have put smile at a stranger and make them smile back at you, because it's very hard. I love trying it. I love doing it. If I see somebody that, they think, yeah, maybe they've been in a long shift in a shop or something, and they just can't wait to go home, and they've just got a face on them. The nicer you are, they can't stay grumpy.
Customer service tip there for you. But
Oh
anyways,
dear.
is there any sort of final oral health self-care tips you want to leave off with? What do you do to take care of your mouth and your self-care of your mouth?
Well, obviously, it's clean your teeth the last thing at night and at least one other time during the day using your fluoride toothpaste. interdentally clean, whichever method works for you, be it an interdental brush, floss tape, one of the water squirting gizmos, whatever it works for you, do that. Um, Try and watch what you eat. The less sugar, the better. If you are going to have anything sugary, have it as part of a meal time. Have it all in one go. Don't spread it out through the day. That will help to prevent gum disease and dental decay, which is the primary reason for losing your smile, really.
Yeah, yeah. And that's all brilliant advice. We are going to be back next time. So it is Breastfeeding Awareness Week. So the next time we come back, we'll be discussing breastfeeding impacts on oral health. We might have a special guest join us. We will see. If not, it'll be Karen again. Apologies. But in
Yes,
jest.
do you know what that means? Wheel her out if nobody else will do it.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
All right.
Glad you catch on. Anyway, we'll be back
Anyway,
next time, and yeah, look forward to speaking to you then, and come back later.
excellent.